Good day everybody and welcome to my new little Rimworld mini-series. I am Icon and today we're going to play Losing is Fun with Randy Random Hardcore Style. So version 1.2 is upon us, and with that release I felt like all the mods have to be updated again. There's a lot of things not working out as good as I wish it to be, so I felt like let's play around with this new patch and have fun with it. So my plan is I do a truly random challenge, but with a threat scale of 500%. To give you a piece of measuring here, the threat scale to begin with is the size of the threats, you see? And the regular Adventure Story mode has a 60% scaling. Strive to Survive, that's the standard setting, 100%. Blood and Dust, my favorite go-to setting, 155. And Losing is Fun, Former Merciless, 220. So putting that up to 500% is not a wise thing to do, but I saw it was possible and I just had to do. So with version 1.2 we can here adjust all that stuff as much as we want to. There's a lot of things you can adjust now. Animal revenge chance, harvest yields, quest rewards, a lot of fascinating things that will allow us to adjust our gameplay by a lot more. But for today I just end up with this very bad idea and we're going to continue. So the world seed is poker. And the next idea is I'm going to randomize pretty much everything. Because it's a random game, I'm going to click on select random site and I'm going to take this random site unless it's completely unplayable out of some reason, but I don't know what reason that would be. So let's see. Alright, that's pretty unspectacular, but we're pretty up high in the north. No trading. Alright, so next up for the colonists, I'm going to randomize every single one of them one time to make sure I didn't prepare anything here. So let's randomize those people, and I'm going to try to tell a story with these people and explore Rimworld 1.2 with you guys, and that's going to be the plan of this series. So I'm just looking at this lazy person and I think we're in for a good time. So if you like this kind of content, check out my channel. You'll find a lot of similar Rimworld content alongside with strategy gaming and such. You'll certainly might find something you like there, and if so, just leave a subscription and you won't miss any future content. So with Rimworld 1.2 we have an expansion of the royalty content, and some base content got modded up. We have new quests and like you saw, the custom game menu, and I'm pretty sure these three guys will be pretty doomed. So let's check it out. Lacey is an assassin which is only good at killing. If I get that right, she can only do art or animals, and apart from that she can't do dumb labor, she can't do skill. Oh, I love it. But she's a psychopath at least. No use at all, but let's check out Valentina. So Valentina is a cave world tender turned into housewife person. Chemical fascination, staggeringly ugly, and a undergrounder, so the perfect cave world wife. And the mute starship janitor Martin Griesbach. Okay, so at least I have Martin, which is able to work pretty well. And when it comes down to mods on this game, I have pretty much no mods activated except for some quality of life mods, as you might have noticed in the loading screen. So we're playing a pure vanilla game here to explore the new base content where it might approach us, because I want to have some mini project until all my other series are back available again. So let's check out the misery here. So Lacey is really not good for anything, so we're going to yeah, awesome. Oh, she's we're having a warg, that's good, but Lacey is not able to do anything with these things because her animal's value is 1. So I think I'm going to let Lacey Wood do a lot of art. And Valentina is able to do cooking and plants. That's a very good start. So let's assign things. a little bit like this. And Martin is a what? Animals 18? I didn't notice that in the first glance. What the? Okay, so it seems like Randy is giving me a very, very special okay, so no, Lacey won't be doing anything except for art. So no handling for her. It's just making no sense. If I have such an epic handler, why would I do anything else than leave this to Martin? Okay, so we're having Martin as the constructor and Valentina as the hauler. And let's just pray to Randy and see what will happen. Let's check out this map here. This is a very easy and easy to defend and inaccessible area here. Going to live here, I guess, because honestly, why shouldn't I? And I'm really curious about the question how much I will feel that threat level increase. I mean, it must end with really stupid amounts of attackers, and possibly this series will be only lasting 1 or 2 episodes because we're getting overrun by a dozen raiders at the first incident. But, well, I have a warg, okay? Don't mess with me. We're going to get there. Okay. So to begin with, I'm starting down here. This is a good spot to drop down a wall and start to call this a living. All right, so let's start the time, because I didn't want to do anything before that. And now the standard things of life. 3 beds, a source of power. In this scenario, I'm going to go for a wind turbine because I have a certain feeling that it won't be a big problem to have it running in this area here. Oh, let's do it there. There's almost no wood, no trees here. And apart from that, I'm going to need a storage zone. Let's declare this here, and this is going to be my warehouse as well. My usual things I'm doing here. So I'm going to turn this into a kitchen area in the near future, and I think the basic living area will be built up here. Under these circumstances, I'm going to try to avoid the barracks situation or end the barracks situation as quick as possible, because I don't have a good feeling in this difficulty level of provoking mental breakdowns, you know. Alright, so I think Lacey should definitely get that gun, or I don't know. No, she gets the wait a sec. The others are that bad with weapons in general? Oh boy. So I think I'm going to give Lacey that one, and Valentina will get the knife, and that leaves Martin with the rifle. And I'm going to say that Martin has to learn to use that rifle as soon as possible, because we need to do that. Alright, so if everything fails, I can live off taming animals and just butcher them, because I think with Martin's skill in animal taming, he just needs to wave at those animals and they just fall for him, for his charm, however he does that. Alright. Next up is a little workshop area. Yeah, I'm building a lot of wood here. I'm well aware of that. It might be not wise, but I think I'm going to have so much wood available in the near future, so it should be fine. stone cutting table here to change the wood age as soon as possible. Dumping stockpile zone here, regular stockpile zone here. Let's do another door there. And this is a quite nice logistical cycle where I have the chunks on this side and the output on this side. So I'm going to put down the stone blocks over here, preferred site, done. So this way, whatever will get done on the stone cutting table will be hauled around with very, very short commutes overall. Alright, so I think I have to order Martin as well on the plant duties, to some degree at least. I mean, day one, everybody's having a bed. We're not done with everything that I want to have done, but as far as first days go, I feel quite well with this one. So let's lay down some conduits then over here. And I think I'm going to go for a cooking place quite soon as well. So let's wait for a sec. Yeah, I'm going to see if I can tame one of those buffaloes right off the bat. Pretty sure I can. But apart from that, I'm going to change my plans here in general. It's going to be Martin who's going to be the chief hunter, because Martin is the person needing the shooting training here. The combat prowess of Lacey is not necessarily to be trained. I mean, her skill decays, of course, but not in a speed that it would be a real problem. The real fun thing about this is I'm basically playing a run where I'm having a pretty much one useless colonist, and all I can do with her is art, which I can't sell. So, well played, Randy. Well played. Lacey is one of those people, if she wasn't able to fight that well, I would even consider abandoning her. It's that horrible, honestly. So let's reinstall that urn in one of those bedrooms to be, and marble chunk, granite chunk, marble, and granite in general. Okay, so I'm just checking out the available types of stone to set up some builds for that. Change that to 200 each and a quite low ingredient radius to avoid your crafter running all across the map. Okay, I'm talking about crafter. Who's going to do that? I think Valentina is the person to begin with, but it's hard. The randomization here was not on my side, and Lacey is just well, I'm going to send her into combat as often as I can. Okay, that's the best thing I can think of there, because overall, what else should I do than use her skills and hope that I'm going to have some proper return for that. Her incapabilities are really stunningly complete. I mean, I rarely see people having that much stuff locked in their bio, and this woman's 63 years old, so it's basically like I think Lacey has tried to find a place where she can retire. Her childhood was that of a shop kid. Then she turned into an assassin. I think she didn't like that one. So well, overall, these people seem to just try to find some home. What a sad story Randy will tell. Nudge has collapsed due to extreme exhaustion. It's the movement bug again. So sometimes your animals just want to move endlessly. I haven't found out why. They try to reach some point on the map, but they just can't. They should be able to, but they're not. That's the end of the story. I don't know how that really comes together, but that's how it always happens. They should be able to get past that, but they don't. And then they just stand there and try to move forward, but they don't. They just do that until they collapse unconsciously. Okay, so I'm going to start building up a freezer in this area here. Freezer and kitchen will be living here. And hopefully I'm going to survive a little bit longer. But, well, I'm not sure how long this will go. So, just waiting for the first threat to show up. So usually when you get your first threat, it's I think one manhunter, one or two manhunting animals, or one raider. So I basically have already doomed myself to die, but I don't mind. Let's die with style. I hope at least it's going to be possible. So between that, I'm going to record every minute of this series, mainly because destruction and mayhem is always only an event away from us, so I don't want to lose anything accidentally here. That would be a pity, I think. Okay, so let's put the coolers over here. And I need some stove quite soon. There we go. So we're cooking simple meals until we have 6. Because 2 meals per person is all a human being needs. So next up will be some hunting. And I'm going to need the butchering spot as well. Oh, I forgot to allow the freezer for corpses, of course. Corpses are also allowed. That would be very unlucky if corpses wouldn't be allowed. So I guess Lacey will be having a very easy time of with killing off these animals, but that's okay for me. Let's finish another very important job, and that's the tailoring bench, because living quite high up in the north, and these biomes have pretty harsh winters. Right now it might be still spring, but that won't be lasting forever, of course. So I turned off friendly fire in the settings here because I just I'm so happy I don't need a mod anymore to turn off friendly fire. That's so good. I'm just no fan of friendly fire in Rimworld. Generally, I think friendly fire is a good thing, but the AI of other people, of other caravans, just it's just way too brutal for me to handle what they do with the AI. I lost colonists because a trade caravan decided to have a massive shootout on a mad animal. They just sent a stray bullet to one of my people. Boom, headshot. It was a little bit comical because that that one bullet was immediately a headshot, but well, luckily this is now also you can also turn that off if you want to. I really do like that new patch a lot. So let's start producing those work tables. So I'm going to set up the butcher job, but as usual. I'm going to minimize the ingredient radius a little bit because I don't want to end up with people running all across the map to slaughter things. And now I'm transporting the beds away from here, and this is pretty much a nice milestone for every colony. So simple research bench, I'm going to build that, even though I'm right now suffering from the situation that I'm not really able to do any science or such, because I have no clue who should do that. As a matter of fact, who should really be able to do that? Lacey is a fighting machine, that's nice and everything, but yeah, what I need, and that's one more thing, will be a growing zone for rice, at least one patch of rice to try to tame away on the animals in this area. Oops, that was the wrong button. I'm picking rice because rice is a very quick grower, and in this biome up here I'm afraid that I'm not going to have much time for such things. So you can only tame veggie animals, herbivores, that's the word, with veggies, so I'm going to need a few. There's a distinct lack of berry bushes in my close vicinity here, but considering how cold this biome in general is, or I mean 20 of 60 days we're having sowing period, that's a really low amount of time. So yeah, well, let's check out how well it goes. So Martin is going on the field works here, and let's see. Let's fast forward a little bit. It should be about time for my first set of early game events. So let's see what'll transpire soon. Apart from that, I'm quite happy with having fetched a temperate forest tile on this challenge, because honestly, oh, there go income. Yum, spoiled food. Overall, with this kind of challenge, we're going to have more than enough trouble with the challenge rating itself. So having no trouble with the biome is quite nice. So this faction is the Desperate Homeseekers, and this place is Homie's Refuge. I don't think that this story will take a good end, but well, what can I say? Alrighty, so let's see. Major break risk is ensuing here. Oh, I haven't put down the sacred horseshoe pin yet, so of course, chaos and mayhem is going to ensue soon. So let's and Martin is out on a days. So mental breakdown number 1, strike. I'm going to send Valentina on the horseshoe pin because she's going to be able to do that. Ah, there go the pukes. A very, very good source of mental breakdowns and heavy forms of pain. Never lets you down when you want to have some trouble. So we obviously had a complete batch of spoiled food in the freezer that well, that just happens sometimes. It's quite annoying that when you're doing 4 meals of one type that this event is possible. I would be really happy if the game would be like, if I cook 4 meals at once, it doesn't get rolled only once if these are spoiled or not. Rather, I would prefer 4 times to check if something is spoiled or not, but well, it's not how the operation works. It only gets checked once, so can't change that. Yeah, so The mental breakdown isn't even part of the threat rating thingy. It's just who's starving though? I think it's just a thing of the malnutrition here. So I'm going to put the doctoring on a higher priority here. Is it wardening? No, I don't think so. Even if it was, it should be available for selection then. Yeah, Martin will be fine. Wait a sec. I didn't configure them? No! Me silly. Okay. Yeah, well. It's not that horrible. Okay, so it's a little bit sad that this happened, but let's see. How's the chance for food poisoning? 1.5%. Of course, modified negatively by the dirty kitchen. Never underestimate the impact of a dirty kitchen. But apart from that, I'm quite happy with the start of this. Just was hoping for some sort of attack up until this point, because well, threat rating doesn't increase the ratio of events, and after all, it's Randy. It might be even that I'm not getting any raid at all, just getting some cargo pods with wooden feet or something else Randy like. Who knows? Only Randy knows what Randy knows. So here's a nice little cache of steel. Going to use that if necessary. Alright, so granite and sandstone and marble. Don't have the sandstone yet on my bill. Alright, there we go. So I'm not having any research projects selected as of now because I don't really know what to research yet and how to research anything. Okay, so you, my friends, should stop fleeing from threats. Threats. So let's yeah. Valentina grabbed the plasteel knife, stopped running, and stabbed the mad squirrel in its back, or something like that. So she cut off the tail with one blow, whatever. Almost the same. All right. Oh, Morton is still drafted. That's completely unnecessary, and so is Lacey. Whoopsie. But I mean, with Lacey, it doesn't really make any difference. She's if she's busy or not. So that's the worst part about this situation, that I'm going to do art at some point. Yeah, of course, because what should I do with Lacey's workforce instead? But nevertheless, I don't have any way of selling off that art, so that's really going to be a weird thing. But one thing I had in my mind, the caravans that visit your base really love to buy random art items. Art has one big plus, that's it's pretty much desired by everybody. Like every caravan roaming through your base wants to buy that stuff, so I'm going to rely on that. Alright, so Randy doesn't seem to activate any events, and I'm going to cut this episode at this point because I feel like I don't want to get into any crisis at this point and have to drag it around there. So, my friends, let's see how long this mini-series lasts. I'm going to be happy when chaos ensues. Maybe that'll happen sooner than I'm happy with. Anyways, thanks for watching, friends. Hope you're coming back anytime too soon. And yeah, until then, have a nice time and goodbye.